Alright, what's going on, guys? So in this video here, I'm going to be doing a review on the Garmin Approach X40 golf watch, right? So we're talking about whether or not you should actually go out and buy this. So we picked one of these up to test it out and seeing if it really lived up to its expectation and if what everyone is saying was actually true, okay? So what we're going to be covering in this video here are the features of the watch. Alright, we're going to talk about the design, we're talking about the price, the pros and cons, and where the cheapest place is to get one of these, okay? So what courses are actually available on this thing is probably one of the most asked questions we've heard. So it's pretty much preloaded with 40,000 plus different courses, okay? And basically these are in various countries, so it's not just one country, there are 40,000 countries from all across the world, okay? So chances are, whatever course you're going to is going to be on this, so basically it's preloaded. And the watch, there's actually no memberships either, which is pretty nice, so you don't need to pay any additional fees, subscriptions to anything. Pretty much they're gonna be free updates and additions, so anytime, they're always constantly adding new courses. As they work on it, they add new features, new updates, and if you buy that, all the stuff is going to be included, right? There's no additional cost, there's no downloads, all that kind of stuff. Anytime they make an update, it's going to be automatically updated to your watch itself, so they're going to add more courses, more features, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so it's super cool. So what's the actual size of it? So pretty much it's a 1 inch by 0.42 inch display screen on it, so it is relatively small, but it still is a really high resolution. It's easy to read. There was no issues with that. It's also water resistance for if it rains or pretty much whatever else you're using it for. It's a big point, water resistance, all that kind of stuff. And the final thing is each charge, it lasted about a couple rounds. I noticed on their actual website they said about 5 hours, but I noticed that it actually lasted at least 2 rounds on it, which was pretty nice. You don't have to recharge it after every single round. So let's talk about it distance to hazard. So it displays pretty much yardage to layup spots, the yardage to dog legs, and pretty much any other hazard out on the course, which is really nice. It's going to show you pretty much everything on the screen, like you can see here. It's basically showing you the distance to the actual green. It'll show you hazards, all that kind of stuff. Pretty much anything you need to know the distance to, it's going to show you that case, and it is actually fairly accurate. I noticed. I know there's a lot of these other GPS and stuff out there that aren't very accurate, but I noticed this one, I was actually really surprised with how accurate it actually was. So that was a big bonus. And let's talk about the green viewer. So pretty much it's a feature on it that basically shows you the shape and contours of the green, which is really cool. So you can basically move the flag around the green to basically see certain yardage to certain spots. So this really helps with your short game and being able to actually really dial in where you want to land the ball on the green, because oftentimes you don't want to land the ball where the actual pin is, right? You want to know the actual distance to the spot where you want to land the ball so it can roll off to the hole, all that kind of stuff, right? So it's a super cool feature, and it's a great feature. It really improves your short game. I noticed just having the extra knowledge or data is a really big help. So let's talk about the activity tracking and heart rate monitor. So it's actually going to show you your steps, it's going to show you calories burned, and also your heart rate. So you can actually use this for other things besides golf, which is really cool. If you're more of an active person, you want to know your heart rate all the time, your steps, all that kind of stuff. It's a really good thing to have. So you obviously don't need 2 different watches for 2 different things, right? So let's talk about the AutoShot. Okay, so it's basically, it counts the shots you take pretty much from green to tee, or I guess from tee to green, for post-round analysis, and it basically keeps your scores right on the watch, which is pretty cool. You don't need a scorecard or anything like that. You can literally keep track of everything on the watch. And the Garmin Connect Golf community, so you basically tracks your results, and then it allows you, if you want, to upload your data to the internet, and you can basically interact and see how you stack up against other members of the community. You can see other people at the course you're at, all this kind of stuff. You can compare you compare results, all kind of stuff. So it's a pretty cool feature. Obviously, not everyone's going to want to do this, but for those of you who do, it's a pretty cool thing to have. Alright, so TruSwing Technology. So it's a device you can actually attach to your club to basically keep track of all your golf swing and other metrics, which is really cool. So this is a really cool thing that's going to help you optimize your game, so you can figure out your stats or all this kind of stuff that's going to help you actually improve your playing, because the more data you can have, the more you can go off of, and the more you can improve your game. So it is a really great thing to have for the range if you are going a lot and you want to be you want to be good, right? You're gonna have to know all the things like your swing speed, all this kind of stuff. So it's a really cool thing to have that actually tracks all that kind of stuff. So it actually has Bluetooth features as well, so you can pretty much pair your phone or other Bluetooth device with the actual watch itself, and you can receive like text, emails, alerts all on your watch, so you don't need to carry your phone around, all that kind of stuff. Just another cool little thing to have. Obviously not everyone's going to use this, but the people who do, it's definitely a cool thing. So let's talk about some pros. Some of the best features on the market is actually on this device here. There's other GPSs or rangefinders that pretty much just do one thing, but this one does that one thing as well, and it also has a lot of other features, way more than any other one I've seen and tested. So that was pretty cool. It's very accurate. It's a lot more accurate than other ones we've tested. It has movable pin location, so you can actually see the distance to different spots on the green. So this is one feature I really liked and really helped with the short game aspect. There's no membership, right? So there's no additional fees, there's no subscriptions to stay up to date, all this kind of stuff. You just buy it once and then it's constantly updated over time, right? And it's also the scorecard feature, so you don't need to carry on these scorecards. You can track scores and all that kind of stuff straight on the watch itself. And let's talk about some cons. It is a bit more expensive compared to other rangefinders, just probably because of how much other features it has, all that kind of stuff. But with this you definitely want something that's going to be accurate, and it's also going to have additional things on it that you can use to improve your game. If you're just looking for yardage and distance, I'd probably go with just a plain laser rangefinder. It's probably the best option. But if you want the additional stuff, this model here is definitely a great one, but it's also a smaller screen. I know some people don't like that if you have big fingers or that kind of stuff, or you don't really like technology, all that kind of stuff. But smaller screen, but even that, it's still relatively easy to use and all that kind of stuff. I didn't have any troubles with it, but obviously some people want a bigger screen, so those are kind of pretty much the two cons of it. So is it actually worth it? So it is probably the best option out there for someone with an active lifestyle, simply because of the activity monitors. So if you're someone who plays golf and also wants to track calories, steps, all that kind of stuff, heart rate, it's definitely probably the best model that I've seen and tested out there. So that's definitely one thing. If you are an active person, and it's definitely one of the better options out there, and it's a lot more accurate than other models out there, and also the battery lasted longer as well compared to other models. So the cheapest place that I could actually find this product, so I went out and looked at pretty much every website out there that was actually selling it, and I found the cheapest place at the time of this video. So I'll leave a link down below, it'll be in the description down below, and that's the cheapest place that I could find it. So go ahead, and if you're interested, you can go check that out or see what the current price is, because the price changes, so go ahead and check out the price that is currently at. But what I'll do is I'll do a bonus as well. So if you do decide to go ahead and buy through the link down below, I'll give you a free copy of the Consistency Report ebook. So it's basically going to show you 7 things you can quickly do that's going to improve your ball striking, or pretty much if you improve your ball striking, you're simply going to lower your scores. So there's 7 quick things you can do. They're going to definitely improve your game. So if you do decide to purchase through the link down below, simply send me a screenshot of your receipt. Right, send it to my email and I'll give you a free copy of this book. So that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Let me know if you have any questions, and we will see you in the next video.